Country music is a genre of tradition. It bridges generations, and the voices and stories of those who created it are preserved. New artists may be coming along, but those legends who provided the foundation on which the genre stands, important links to its past, are still here. The years go by, and their numbers dwindle, so it's all the more important that those who remain with us are celebrated.
Hey there, music lovers! If you're into the best country vibes and all things music, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.
The recent death of some iconic legends makes us acutely aware of the fragile way in which those connections exist. Some of the oldest living legends have left us in the past 2 years alone. In the last few years, some legendary artists of country music left behind their songs, stories, and legacies. Merv Shiner, one of the real pioneers of country music and known for emotional performance, was able to live up to 102 years. Bill Hayes was an actor and a talented singer who had kept the attention of his audiences for decades. Bobby Cooper's art with the steel guitar set the pace in country music. Buck White's contribution to bluegrass can never be overlooked. Neither can Chad Morgan's humor and his music that delighted fans across generations. Bobby Hicks, the Grammy-winning fiddler, etched an unforgettable mark into the genre. Ronnie Stoneman, hee-haw banjo player, brightened the lives of millions. Chris Christopherson was a very brilliant songwriter and performer. His poetic lyrics finally ushered in the change country needed for its new direction. Though their physical beings are missed, their music and legacies shall never die. However, some of the founders of country and bluegrass are still among us. All these people above 85 represent a living history to all of us. They had long careers and continue to inspire young minds during their lives. Violet Hensley, age 108. Dubbed the Whittling Fiddler and the Stradivarius of the Ozarks, Violet Hensley is nothing short of a national treasure. Born October 21st, 1916, she has spent decades as a fiddler, a maker of them, and a performer with the Grand Ole Opry. Taught by her violin maker father, who made his first instrument in 1888, she also made quality violins herself, even as she was raising 9 children. Her talents went national when, well into the latter part of her life, she had 3 albums to her credit. Her talent took her to television, where she appeared on the Beverly Hillbillies, 1969, The Art Linkletter Show, 1970, Captain Kangaroo, 1977, and Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, 1992. She made her Grand Ole Opry debut at age 99. Leroy Van Dijk, age 95. Leroy Van Dijk, with a career running for more than 50 years and over 500 songs, is, without doubt, a country music legend. Born on October 4th, 1929 in Missouri, he gained fame with the hit song The Auctioneer in 1956. The fast pace of the lyrics and an unusual rhythm made the song a classic immediately upon its release, selling 2.5 million copies. His number 1 hit, Walk On By, came in 1961. The song was number 1 on the Billboard Country chart for 19 weeks, a record at the time. Van Dijk also hosted the Ozark Jubilee, a country music television show rivaling the Grand Ole Opry. Still active in music today, he often performs with his son Ben. Bill Clifton, age 93. A legendary figure in the pages of bluegrass history, Bill Clifton was born on April 5, 1931. Taking his musical tastes into firm devotion, in 1955 he compiled a collection of traditional songs entitled 150 Old Time Folk and Gospel Songs. This volume of songs provided the catalyst for the revival of such classic bluegrass standards as Little Maggie and Long Journey Home. Clifton shared the stage with such legends as A.P. Carter, Woody Guthrie, and the Stanley Brothers. He helped organize some of the very first bluegrass festivals, paving the way for what is common today. Willie Nelson, 91 years old. Willie Nelson is something more than just a country legend. He's an American cultural icon. Born April 29, 1933, he penned some of country music's most abiding songs, including Patsy Cline's Crazy and Farron Young's Hello Walls. He played, as a young musician, with Bob Wills's Texas Playboys, later joining as bassist for Ray Price's Cherokee Cowboys. He is also a pioneer of the Outlaw Country movement, rejecting Nashville's slick sound in favor of raw, honest storytelling. Nelson's 4th of July picnics have brought together generations of country artists. His influence extends far beyond his music. His activism, philanthropy, and unmistakable voice continue to shape country music today. Billie Jean Horton, 91 years old. Though not a performer herself, Billie Jean Horton lived through some of country music's most pivotal moments. Born on June 6, 1933, she was married to both Hank Williams and Johnny Horton. She worked even harder after his sudden death in 1953 to keep the memory of Hank Williams alive. Later, she married Johnny Horton, and after a while, he died instantly in a car crash in 1960. Billie Jean was also having an affair with Johnny Cash sometime before he got married to June Carter. During 1961, she recorded a song named Ocean of Tears, which gained minor hit status, and she still remained an important influence on country history. Ray Walker, age 91, of the longest-serving members of the Jordanaires, Ray Walker has left his mark on country and pop music. Born on March 16, 1934, he supplied harmonies for everyone from Elvis Presley to Patsy Cline, Jim Reeves, and Dolly Parton. His deep bass voice can be heard on literally thousands of recordings from the late 1950s onward. He remained with the Jordanaires until their final performances in 2013. Alice Gerrard, 90 years old, a real icon for women in bluegrass, Alice Gerrard was born on July 8, 1934. Along with Hazel Dickens, she represented one of the most important pairs in the genre. She helped to document, preserve, and promote traditional folk music, an inspiration to thousands of musicians down the line. She was voted into the Bluegrass Hall of Fame in 2017. Johnny Weston, 90 years old, born October 28, 1934. Johnny Weston was a singing cowboy who had lived his boyhood dream. He performed with the Sons of the Pioneers and on the road with Johnny Cash for almost 40 years. Weston is arguably most famous for writing The Ballad of Paladin, which was used as the theme to the TV series Have Gun Will Travel. He also had been a disc jockey and was inducted into the Country Music Disc Jockey Hall of Fame. Donna Stoneman, age 89, born February 7, 1934. Donna Stoneman was the last living member of the famed Stoneman family. She directly connects with country music's roots through her father, Ernest "Pop" Stoneman, who was one of the genre's first recording artists. The big break for this family came when they won Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts in 1956, which led to appearances on major TV shows. They became regulars on the Grand Ole Opry and topped the CMA's Vocal Group of the Year in 1967. Bobby Bare, 89 years old, one of country music's original outlaws. Bobby Bare was born on April 7, 1935. His songwriting style and maverick attitude paved the way for artists like Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. Among his hits are Detroit City, Marie Laveau, and 500 miles away from home. He also discovered Chris Christopherson and played an important role in popularizing modern country. Many of the older artists and contributors to country music remain figures of great importance. J.J. Barrie, 91, is a singer-songwriter still respected in the industry. Margie Singleton, 89, made her mark as a singer and songwriter in the 1960s. Dickie Lee, 88, is known for his songwriting and country hits. Bill Anderson, Wanda Jackson, Sonny Curtis, Lloyd Green, and Gene Pruitt, all 87, have left legacies in singing, songwriting, and instrumental contributions. Pretty Miss Norma Jean, William Lee Golden, Buddy Speicher, Ray Stevens, and David Allan Coe, all in their mid-80s, continue to inspire fans. Phil Bowlesley, 85, of the Statler Brothers, also is still alive, an icon in country music history. They are living history, those few who still keep alive the spirit of country music. Some write songs, some perform, and some perpetuate traditions, but they continue to inspire oncoming generations. As time progresses, the level of their contributions grows increasingly with each passing year. This acknowledgement will grant them roots that reach deep into the heart of country music, whose influence will never perish. Country music is an ever-changing thing. Its past is never really behind it. It lives on through the voices, songs, and stories of the legendary artists who paved the way. And although we may mourn the loss of those icons, we celebrate the great lives they lived and timeless music they created. These living legends bridge us into the future and back to a rich history that continues to shape the sound of country music. Their legacy remains in not only the songs they penned, but also in how they've inspired and nurtured generations of musicians. Country music is stronger now than it has ever been, its heartbeat to the echoes of yesteryear with every strum of a note.